Okay, are we ready? Hello, everybody. This is Mindful Movement. I'm Chris. We do this every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And it's called Mindful Movement because each movement that we do is specifically designed for a certain area of the body. And I talk you through that. And I encourage you to pay attention to each of the cues because that's how we set up our body to move efficiently. And when our muscles fire efficiently, as you move through your day and your everyday movements or your extreme activities, your body's firing efficiently and you're not as high a risk for injury. So we're going to keep you injury free, okay? Let's start off with the hip joint today. So what I want you to do is I want you just to kind of sit with your left leg in front of you here. And if you've got a mat, this is a great way to line your knees up at the edge of the mat. So my knees, I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. So when I rise up, I'm still on the mat, but my knees are even right here. I can line them up with the mat. My right leg's going behind me. My left leg is going in front. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to put it behind me and I'm going to have a nice straight arm and I'm going to keep a big distance between my ear and my shoulder. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rise up on our knees and we've created a little triangle here. And you're up high. Now, when you're up high, I want you to squeeze this glute on the right side because we're opening up this hip flexor right here in the front. So the more you squeeze the back, the hip flexor says, oh, we've got something back there to support us. We can let go. So squeeze back here, open this up here. Now let's bring some of the arms into it and the rest of the core. So bring your arm up like you're reaching for the ceiling. And you can have a nice wide wingspan from your left hand to your right hand and reach those arms apart. Stay nice and tall, push through that hip. Now let's do a little rainbow with that right arm. Just back and forth. Let's get the shoulder joint moving a little too. Wake up, body. Good morning. All right, let's take that down. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So we're going to crisscross the legs the other way. Now my right leg is in front. My knees are lined up even with the edge of the mat. Left leg's behind. Right hand is coming back behind me. I've got a nice strong arm here. I've got a lot of distance between my shoulder and my ear. I'm going to keep that distance as I rise up on my knees. Yes, you've got this. Up on the knees, and what do? We squeeze this backside. That's going to let this nice tight hip flexor, which we love, it's going to open up. It's going to say, we've got some strength back here. We don't have to hold on for everything. They're nice and strong on this backside. So this can open up. So keep squeezing on the behind, and then take your arm up in the air. Nice. Reach those hands apart from each other. Reach, reach, reach. Now let's do a rainbow with that left arm. Get a nice start to your day with a beautiful rainbow. Yes. Yes. Reach it over and back. Keep that hip strong. Keep that hip flexor open. And let's take it down. Nice job. So now we've got these nice and open. We've got blood flowing through this whole area. Can you feel that blood surging through that area? Let's go to hands and knees. We're going to work on the spine. We're going to get the fluids flowing through our spine. So as we're on hands and knees, we're going into tabletop. You always want to have a nice sturdy table. So you want your table legs to come your arms are right down under your shoulders. Your hands are right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. You don't want to be like this. You don't want to be like this. You want to have a nice sturdy table and your back is your tabletop. So let's start by working through the spine because it's been in bed for quite a while if you're here with me in the morning. And we're going to get those fluids evenly placed throughout the spine. It's like a gel that runs through your spine. It has a tendency to sit in one side or the other depending on how you are sleeping. So go ahead and flatten your feet into the floor. we're going to go into a cat pose, but I want you to pull your navel into your spine. And as you do, I want you to bring your chin to your chest. Bring your chin to your chest. Bring your navel up through your spine like somebody's got a string here and they're pulling it up to the ceiling. Push it up, push it up, push it up. Get as round as you can. Open those spaces between the vertebrae. Now, I want you to keep this roundness, and I want you to push with your hands, and I want you to take your hips back towards your heels, staying in this rounded position, pulling the navel in tight. Stay round, stay round, stay round till you're down there. Get as close to your heels as you can. Once you're there, I want you to drop your elbows to the mat and then drop your belly down and let it just relax. Now the belly's down. What I want you to do is I want you to think about your chest getting as close to the mat as you can, and you're going to drive your chest up through your hands and come back up to tabletop. My hair is getting crazy on me today. Let's do that again. So let's round the spine up to the ceiling. Chin drops to your chest. So if you think about your neck, it is rounding in the same direction as your low back. I want you to always keep that in mind. Your neck should always be going the same way your low back is. Keep that roundness. Stay strong in that belly. Use that core. Pull it in tight. Pull it in tight. Open up those vertebrae in the spine. Sit back to your heels. Relax your belly. Drop your elbows. Lift your chin. Slide your chest up through your hands. And let's do that a little more quickly. Just round, round, round. Go back, back, back. Drop to the elbows. Chin comes up. And slide back up and through. We've got some nice open spaces in our spine right now. So now we're going to do a little rotation of that spine. So we're going to place our left hand right underneath our breastbone, okay? So it's right under your breastbone. Now our right hand, we're going to place it on the small of our back. What I want you to do here is flatten your feet again, and I want you to bend the elbow, drop back, sit back to your heels. Now your elbow should be in between your knees. Once you're here, I want you to sit back as close to your heels as you can, and then I want you to rotate the left side of your rib cage towards your right leg and open up here. Open up, open up, open up. Rotation in the spine. It's the thoracic spine. We're locking out the low back and we're protecting it by being in this nice flex position. And come back. Just relax for a minute. We're going to do this rotation 3 times to this side. So you're going to rotate and your elbows inside your left leg. And you can use that as a little fulcrum. You press into it. Open it up. Open it up. See if you can see a little more of the room here. Nice. Now come back. Let's do that one more time. Think of the left side of the rib cage moving towards your right leg. You're not doing this with your shoulder. You're not doing it with your neck. You're doing it with your rib cage. You're rotating, 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 wringing out that spine. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to turn around, but you guys can just switch hands. So you're going to take your right hand now, place it right under your breastbone, right in the middle of your body. Your left hand goes back on your back. Drop your elbow to the floor so it's resting against your right knee. It's on the floor. And then from here, we're going to rotate the right side of the rib cage to the left knee or left leg. Open it up, open it up. There you go. There you go. And let's just bring it back and relax for a minute. Now, if you want to, you can take an inhale here. And then as you rotate, exhale, 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 exhale. Let's get those lungs moving too. Working all through that rib cage. The lungs are the big part of that. The rib cage is the protection for your lungs and your other organs. Bring it back. Let's do that one more time. Take an inhale. And as you rotate, go ahead and exhale, exhale, exhale. Nice. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Remember, the shoulder is not doing the work. The rib cage is. Bring it back and come out of it. Nice work. Let's go to a seated position. If you are by a wall and you can sit with your back to the wall, that's great. For demonstration purposes, I'm not going to do that, but that keeps your spine lined up. And what I'm going to do is have you go ahead and straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, bring it to you. If you're not against a wall, I want you to have your back super straight and really tall with the top of your head. You're going to hold on to this right knee. You're going to flex your left foot. You're going to bring the top of the foot towards your shin. We always think of bringing the top of the foot to the shin, not the toes. The toes aren't flexing the foot. We're working it from the ankle. So you're going to flex that foot. You're going to sit up tall. And then we're going to have a little lift of that heel up off the floor. So we're lifting up and down. And that sends the work right up here into this quadricep, making this nice and strong, keeping your knees happy. So lift up and down. So like I said, this is great. It's recommended to do this with your back against the wall. The closer your hips are to the wall, the harder it's going to be. So if you're like scoot all the way up to the wall and your leg won't lift, slide your hips a little bit farther away from the wall and you'll get it. And then as you get stronger and stronger, you can scoot that booty back to the wall. So lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. All right, let's switch legs. The nice thing is if you get a cramp here or something like that, you get to bend this leg, you get to work out of that cramp. Go ahead and switch. So do 6 or 7 on one side. So go ahead and lift. But if this leg starts to cramp, just switch and go back and forth. But lift and lower. Hold your tummy in tight. Straighten your spine. We're working that core and we're working the quadriceps. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's do it one more time. Lift and lower. How about one more set of these? So go ahead and bring that knee in. That feels kind of good, doesn't it? And then we'll straighten this leg. Hold everything in tight and lift and lower. You're not going to get very high, no matter how strong you are, but lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Good job. Let's do the other side so we're even. Remember, we're flexing the foot. The top of the foot goes towards the shin. The heel pushes away from our body. Once again, back nice and tall. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. Good job. Go ahead and bring that in. Let's work out these hip flexors a little bit more, kind of like we did in the beginning, but we're going to do it a different way. If you have a yoga block, that's awesome. If you have something you can put between your knees, a throw pillow or something, that's good. If you don't have anything, don't worry about it. We can do this without it. But let's go down to our backs. Don't miss this opportunity to use your abdominals when we go down to the back. I want you to just go as slowly as you can. We've got those vertebrae all nice and spaced. We've got the fluid going through them. Now just round those vertebrae one at a time down to the floor. See how low you can get. Roll it down nice and steady. Roll it down, roll it down, roll it down. And then bring it all the way to the floor. So go ahead and get your feet in a bridge position. Feet are flat on the floor. And what you can do is you can put your arms, let's put our hands, actually, let's take our fingers and put them right here on these pointy bones right here. These are called your ASIS. They're the pointy part of your hip bones because I want you to be mindful of where these hip bones are going. I want you to be able to send them straight up to the ceiling as we do this. So we're going to squeeze our glutes. We're going to squeeze our butt cheeks together. Squeeze your butt cheeks together. Now try to evenly send those hip bones up to the ceiling. So you're squeezing and you're lifting. Lift those hip bones up to the ceiling, nice and easy. We're going slow. We're keeping it strong, okay? Keep your mind right back here in the glutes. We're strengthening the glutes. And we're opening up the hip flexors again so they don't get nice and tight. If these glutes aren't working, you're going to have some really tight hip flexors. So now, don't miss this opportunity to keep squeezing your glutes. We're going to lower these pointy hip bones down to the floor nice and slow. Nice and slow. Now let go of the squeeze. All right. So we're going to squeeze. If you sit at a desk all day, we're always in this bent position. Our hip flexors are always shortened. We need to rise up. We need to, if you are sitting in a chair all day, I encourage you just to squeeze your glutes a few times as you're sitting throughout the day. So go ahead and squeeze your glutes. Pretend like you're sitting at your desk. This is what you're going to be doing. Now, you're going to lift these hip bones up in the air. Nice and even. Keep them level. Push them up, push them up, push them up. Hold them up there. Get a nice squeeze at the top. Keep squeezing. We're lowering it down, lowering it down, lowering it down. You might be shifting a little, but that's okay. Try to keep it even because you want both sides of your glutes working. If you find you're shifting a lot, one glute's engaging, the other one's not, concentrate. Mind goes right here, okay, guys? One more time. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips. Lift those hip flexors. Those pointy bones up. We're going to lengthen the hip flexors right here. Hold it up here. Let's hold it up here for a couple extra beats. Keep squeezing. Squeeze those glutes as hard as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now keep that squeeze just a little longer. Lower it down to the floor. Lower it down to the floor. All right. Okay, I bet you really want to just stretch out those glutes and you want to pull your knees to your chest. We're going to do something a little different that's going to encourage a shift in the pelvic girdle and make you feel like you did that, but you're going to be doing a move to strengthen yourself rather than just pulling yourself in. So let's take that left knee and I want you to bring it toward your chest as close as you can get it just by on its own. Now, when it stops, I want you to put your hand right in front of that knee. Now, what you're going to do now is you're going to take your hand and push it into your knee and your knee into your hand. So it's an isometric move. Keep breathing. You always want to be breathing in isometric moves. But this is going to give you the same feeling as if you would have just pulled those knees into your chest. It's going to give you that nice little lengthening feeling, but with strength, okay? We're not just yanking on a tight muscle. We're strengthening the hip flexor now. That's going to encourage the lengthening of that leg. So bring it down. Now, do this again. Take that left leg, bring it toward your chest. See if it gets a little closer. It's a little looser. All right, just like if you would have pulled it in, but this strength is going to stay. This looseness is going to stay. Go ahead and brace your knee again. Push your knee into your hand. Push it into your hand. Good job. Good job. Keep pushing, keep breathing, and let it relax. Now go ahead and just straighten that leg out. Nice and long. Straighten the right leg out too. All right, you can feel a little difference probably. This left leg should feel like it's a little flatter to the floor. It's a little longer, so let's go ahead and take care of the right leg. So bend your left knee, place it on the floor, and as we're doing this, you're pushing this left foot into the floor a bit. Bring your right knee in as close to your chest as it goes. Don't force it. Now block it with your hand. Push your hand into your knee into your hand. Keep pushing, keep breathing. You'll feel a little tilt in that pelvic bone. That pubic bone on the right side is going to tilt up. This is how you walk, okay? This is what happens when we walk. These are all the muscles involved. We're just strengthening them. So as we walk, our hips stay nice and sturdy and all our other body parts stay happy. Okay, take that down. Let's see if that knee comes a little closer to your chest this time. Go ahead and bring that knee towards your chest. I know mine did. I'm going to block it a little closer here. Same thing. Push your knee into your hand into your knee. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Encourage that phase of gait. Encourage this. Go ahead and push, push, push. And release. Take that right leg out long. And left leg out long. And just bounce your legs a little bit. Doesn't that feel good? All right. Let's flip over to our stomach and we're going to encourage some more of our gait action. We're going to do what we call cross body. Your right lat on the back of your body works with your left glute. So we're going to coordinate those. So as we walk, these guys are moving together. So I want you to go face down on your mat. And I want you to reach your arms out long in front of you. And your legs out behind you. What I want you to do is focus your head down to the mat. Typically, I would have had like a little towel to put under my forehead, but I forgot to do that today. Anyway, we can still do this. So you're looking straight down at the mat. Your forehead can be on the floor. I want you to take your right arm up off the floor and then your left leg up off the floor, just as high as you're comfortable. The height is not as important. Now, once you're here, my head's going to go down. I'm just talking to you. I want you to reach your hand and your foot apart from each other. So reach long, keeping them elevated off the floor. Reach long. Now we're going to do a couple taps. So hand and foot tap the floor. They come back up. Tap the floor. They come back up. Tap the floor. Come back up. We're going to do this 3 more times. Tap the floor. Come back up. Tap the floor. Come back up. 1 more. Tap. Lift. And down. Okay, so your foot and your right arm and your left leg should feel a little longer than your other side. So let's get ourselves even. Go ahead and lift up the left hand off the floor. Right leg off the floor. Reach them long. Reach them long. Reach them long. Now let's do 6 taps. Take it down. And 1. Down. And 2, down, and 3, down, and 4, down, and 5, down, and 6. And just check out where your hand placement is. They should look pretty even. They should feel longer than when you started. Good job. Let's come up to a seated position and we're going to work those shoulders just a little bit more. So get into your crisscross position. All right. That's your go-to, okay? Let's make it a little bit more, make our body think a little bit more about where we are in space. So go ahead and flip your legs and cross them the other way. All right, might feel a little weird, but as you do this class with me, you're going to know I'm always going to make you do that. So we're going to do our golfer's grip. We're going to work on our shoulder girdle. The shoulder girdle is way up here. It's all the rotator cuff muscles. There's 4 muscles. We're going to sync them right now. We're going to coordinate them right now. So here's your golfer's grip. Your palms are open. You're going to fold your tip of your fingers in. You're going to keep your palms are still open, okay? Your thumbs are out. That's your golfer's grip. Don't fold up. I want to see your palms, okay? Nice and wide, thumbs out, really wide. Stretch your arms out so your palms are facing down. Now really reach your arms apart from each other. Your thumbs are pointed forward, so that's the direction we're going to do our circles. You always go in the direction your thumbs are pointed. So go ahead and circle now. Hold your core in tight. Sit up nice and tall with a nice straight spine, just like you're up against a wall, and just do some circles. They're not huge circles. We're working up way up high in the shoulder. If you did not have this golfer's grip, and if you want to even try it, you want to loosen your hands up or go like this and do your circles, you're going to find that you're going to feel it in your forearm. We're not getting it all the way up here. So get that golfer's grip back and circle, circle, circle. We've got our good posture, our spines all loosened up, our hips are loosened up, our ankles are loosened up, our knees are strong. Now drop your arms down. Let's do it the other way. Golfer's grip, fingertips in, thumbs out. Come out here, palms are up. We're going to circle the direction our thumbs are pointing, so circle and reach, 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 reach. As you circle, reach your arms as far apart from each other as you can. Keep breathing, keep smiling. This is a great way to start your day. Keep reaching, getting those shoulders lubed up. Let's do one more thing for the shoulders. Where I want you to put your mind is into your shoulder blade. So forget about this part of your shoulder, even though it will be moving. I want you to think how it makes your shoulder blade glide up and down your rib cage on the back of your body. So just put your mind in that rib cage. Go ahead and close your eyes if you want. All I want you to do is shrug your shoulders up to your ear, but picture that shoulder blade coming up with it. It's rising up. Now I want you to push your shoulder blades down. And as you do, think of the pointy tips of the bottom of your shoulder blades going into your back pockets. Push them down there. Push them down. Rise the shoulder blades up. Lift them up your back. Let them come up your back. If the shoulder blades can't glide up and down your back, that's where you get the problem in your actual shoulder joint. These guys have to move or you're going to get an impingement. So now push those shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Push them down to those nice glutes that we just made strong. Let's do it one more time. You can take a big inhale as you rise up. And exhale and push those shoulder blades down into your back pocket and keep them there today, okay? When you find yourself with your shoulders up towards your ears as you're working through your day, go, okay, shoulder blades, go down to my back pockets. All right, everybody. That's Mindful Movement with Chris every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Keep your body moving, keep it efficient, keep it happy, and have a great day.
Great day, Chris. Aisha, I'll be back. Go out and come back in. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.